When people think of knitting, the image of an elderly woman making cozy sweaters and scarves often comes to mind. For Dina Herchak, it's more than just making gifts for friends and family. What started as a way to help soldiers overseas has turned into a way to help women battling breast cancer.
This is totally fulfilling.
Herchak uses her knitting to help people. Her latest projects are almost exclusively donations for breast cancer survivors.
I stumbled across knitted knockers on the Ravelry website. It was just such a great thing for me because they're small.
Knitted knockers are handmade prosthetics for women who have undergone mastectomies or similar procedures. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, with the exception of certain skin cancers, breast cancer is the most common cancer found in women. In 2013, more than 200,000 women and more than 2,000 men were diagnosed with breast cancer, according to the CDC. The Knitted Knockers organization is made up entirely of volunteers, delivering around 1,000 knockers a month. They can be knit or crocheted and are stuffed with a polyester fiber fill.
A more cost affordable, lightweight, more comfortable prosthetic when they don't want to wear the silicone.
Herchak says she gets around one request a week.
It's absolutely free for anyone who wants one.
Compare that to a silicone prosthetic, which can cost up to $300 each. Whether you need a single knocker or a pair, they can be delivered within a couple of weeks.
Requests from Vermont come directly to me, and I fill them usually within a week.
If you had asked Dina a year ago, she would have said she didn't have a personal connection. Now she does. Herchak collects notes sent from women she's helped. She keeps them in a drawer near her knitting supplies.
So it's really wonderful when I hear from the users because it connects me with them and I know that I'm making a difference.
Here's just a few of the things they had to say.
Dear Dina, thanks so much for my knocker. It fits well and is much more comfortable than the prosthetic. We have had many laughs explaining to friends what a knitted knocker is. That came from Stowe. I've been a cancer survivor for the past 13 years, and I so appreciate this beautiful, fun, more environmentally friendly option for a breast prosthetic. I wore it on a 2-mile hike today, and it wasn't hot or uncomfortable like my prosthetic is. I wish I had known about these sooner. What a difference it makes.
Catherine Pino is a breast cancer survivor. She says knitted knockers changed her life after she started using them 3 years ago. She worked with Herchak to find the right size.
I'll send you some samples. What size do you think you are? And I said, well, I don't really know because the prosthesis that I've been getting didn't fit right.
Pino uses 2 knockers to get what she considers the best support.
I ended up using one as my breast and one on the side under my arm that filled the hole.
Silicone prosthetics are supposed to last around 2 years, but Pino found that isn't always the case.
The prosthesis, you had to wash that every night. You had to wipe it off and, to keep it. And I did that faithfully, but mine still leaked. I didn't get another one. I patched it with some tape, because it was leaking.
The biggest difference between silicone and a knitted knocker, the weight.
I haven't found a light one yet.
We wanted to know what exactly is the difference between the two. So we took this knitted knocker on a kitchen scale that only weighs up to 1 pound. It sits right around 50 grams compared to a silicone prosthetic, which when set on the scale is actually too heavy to be weighed by this.
I think if I'd have had, instead of the prosthesis, if I'd have had the knitted knockers, I could have used it much earlier.
Herchak says she can get one done in around 2 hours. In the last year, she's made more than 100.
Crocheting might be a little bit faster, but it uses about 30% more yarn.
Herchak is one of 2 places listed on the nonprofit's website in the state of Vermont. The other, Must Love Yarn in Shelburne. Co-owner Kelly Oddie says customers were asking if the shop was a drop-off location, so she decided to make it one.
To be able to give these women some part of themselves back so they feel a little bit more like themselves for free, for nothing, it's a great feeling.
It's that feeling that's kept Herchak going for more than a year.
They're so thankful. They're just so grateful. It can just be really life-changing.